Hey all, welcome back to Amped 2. I'm Insetic, with me again is Blank Tester,
Hey kids, how's it going?
Turo,
Hello.
and Zindictive.
What's up, lads?
And we are going to, every mountain range to do the legend challenges, the creme de la creme, the ultimate challenges that will test you to your limit, especially some of them like Millicent 1 here. The legend challenges can be any type, they could be photo shoot, pro, hell, even a sponsor. And again, we're starting out with one of the toughest ones. This is always like a real kick in the ass to try this naturally because it's the first mountain range. Like, oh, I want to see how these go.
All right.
And so again, these will all be in one video. I won't be breaking this up, but we will also see what happens when we 100% the game at the end of these legend challenges. And so here on Millicent 1, even getting it started is one of the hard parts. You have to really angle your board back to like match the slope of the roof you're jumping on. And then, of course, it's going to ask you to do some absolutely crazy lines and such. And you're definitely going to want to get your points out of the way early, or most of your points out of the way early. Because there's like a ridiculous ass jump just to get up to these wires where you're going to need to do like a really long grind line. I think I'm done showing the mistakes now, to consolidate these, I don't want to show mistake after mistake after mistake. So I think we're going ahead with the successful attempt. And so I get like all the points or most of the points out of the way. You saw my board points, like what I put stuff into when I put more big air in, pretty much just for this jump here. And so yeah, you've got to get off balance and jump over at a very specific spot after a pretty long grind line. Again, I've got like maximum grinding. It's almost like some Kaizo shit. Like, this is what I'm talking about. The game itself is sticking like some really over the top Kaizo stuff after you, but hey, you only need to beat it once to get that one out of the way.
That's true.
But we're not just going to beat it once. We're going to go back and do it again because I have a special tip. I have a special tip on what to do for this. Now, I don't have anything for, like, starting this out or that really hard jump onto the gondola wires.
Yeah, you're fucked if you can't do that.
But once you get there, do you remember how if you do a failed stall on a rail, you just kind of bounce forward? And with the steepness of that rail, you could just bounce over and over and over and skip that entire grind. And then on these, you can failed stall once, but you would need to grind again. But still, that cuts down on so much grinding, which makes it so much easier once you do get up onto the wires.
Nice.
Awesome.
Because like it's so much easier to get off balance at a specific time and jump.
Is that a
from
trick
wire to
you
wire.
can do on other wires in the game, or is that like
As long as it's steep enough, I assume.
If they were steep enough and
What about non-wires?
You could do them on like
On a rail?
on the rail boxes and such.
That's my least favorite Half-Life chapter.
Rail boxes?
Rail boxes and such.
And such. Ugh, what a terrible title.
So here's a point challenge. It starts you about, halfway or more down Breckenridge, and you need to get 500,000 points. This one is so much more manageable. If you really want to do, like, a legend challenge to start getting your feet wet, do this one, because I'm going to introduce another thing that I don't have a name for, but I'm going to call it flip grinding. Basically, I said I don't have a name for it, and then I gave it a name. If you, are grinding and you have really high spin flip stats, you can jump and do like a whole flip and land again in a grind, on the same thing, and that will increase your multiplier a bunch. Of course, you want to do that really early on in the grind because, the longer you're going, the more of a change or shift to your balance you're going to get by jumping off the rail and then basically immediately jumping back on. But with that, you can cheese this to get, more than 500,000 points in one combo. And
Could have hit the milli.
I'm pretty sure you can jump back on the gondola wires. The flip grinding does work best on rails that do not have collision, like grind wires, where you can just pass right through them. I don't think that would really work on something like a box or so, where you might just hit
trees. because there trees in particular, tree branches, you can like float on them. I think you've demonstrated that in this series.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, I think tree like pipes and trees, you can like sort of just float on them. Sort of like SSX3 bonking or SSX tricky bonking, where you like on a billboard, you just sort of sit there.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
much.
then we have a pro on Bear Mountain 1, and yeah, you saw that what I figured out is, like, it's really hard to, like, spin and then grind on that first rail and get enough points, but again, at really high spin flip stat, you can just cork and get on that. And then here, like, these really short jumps back to back, you're expected to cork on each of them, and on this red, you're expected to, like, cork, butter, cork again, but I missed my butter.
Damn, he missed.
So
the
it might look like I'm in the hole, but it's actually right where I want it. Because, okay, not really. But there's, you know, this one ends with a whole lot of air tricks back to back to back, and that's, again, where the game excels, because you can, you know, really get style going pretty well. So I don't need to worry about, like, some really weird combo line that is going to throw me off or whatever. One of the jumps is, I'd say, harder than the other ones. The third of these kind of back and forth jumps can send you kind of directly into some trees. But again, if you know style, and especially if you have like all of the tweaks, you know, you can hit these pretty well back to back.
Oh, watch out for those trees! Nice.
Nice.
Like George of
Good
the
job.
Jungle.
I was-
and
I was-
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I was so worried for a second in the successful run. Spoilers,
I
I
kinda-
guess. Sorry.
I kind of want to mention right now, considering how these pros usually go, they usually tell you who you're actually like dealing with the pros. This doesn't. So who the fuck was the pro here?
Me.
You.
Oh,
I guess it was
Tester.
Bob. Never mind. I stay corrected.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry.
The pro was really blank tester all
It
along.
was just me all along.
Yeah.
And then
If you-
Mount Hood's here is got
No,
Go ahead.
no,
wanna-
please.
Mount Hood's here is kind of interesting because it is the only sponsor legend where it puts you here and the sponsor wants style. So basically it's even more, you know, stringent on you getting a whole lot of style. It's looking for even higher, you know, point totals where you get style. And actually, since it's one of those things where it's such a short kind of thing, like it only gives you like 5 or 6 jumps to do this. I'd say this is, again, one of the easier ones, because if you like really mess up any of these, you should just restart. Like, you're not going to be able to pull it back. So
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it seems like it's not much of a loss of time for you to just restart.
right. So I'd say
yeah.
Breckenridge and Mount Hoods are the two easiest. Again, if you really want to accomplish these, like, in terms of getting your feet wet at ones that are easier rather than jumping straight into like Millicent ones.
My feet are wet. My feet are damp. I'm ready to see what Laax has for us. My feet are so fucking wet.
Soaked.
Soaking.
Yeah.
Now, walk on
So-
my
You know,
carpet.
Sopping.
my
They're
toes are
sopping.
kind
They're
of wrinkly.
Soaked. They're wrinkly. They're pruned.
Pruned,
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
All right, let's see what you
Well,
got.
I
We've
was
got
actually
another-
sitting in the tub, and they're actually a little numb now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have to do a
I'm not
blind
there
tester
yet.
again.
Okay, we've got another pro, and this starts out with, like, I've never gotten the points. I've 68,000 off of one jump. That's really hard. I think this is where, again, if I was on the Insetic file where I had put more points into Switch right at the end of the game, you know, I'd add an extra 5 points into Switch, that maybe I could have gone for that and tried it, but this character, the legend character, did not have any extra points in Switch. Meanwhile, I think this red is designed for Switch, because you saw, like, I did a cork, buttered, did a cork off of the thing, and, like, I stomped it off of the second cork, like, pretty often. This was not my first attempt at this. Again, I'm cutting out attempts that, you know, go too long. And I stomped it, like, 3 times in a row off of that same circle.
Damn.
But yeah, so then this final one, you're, like, gonna do some sick-ass air trick, and you're not gonna have the points, or maybe barely have the points, and it's like, what do? Well, I go over to this quarter pipe, and I grind the top of that, which, you know, should get me way more than enough.
hell yeah.
I
really
failed
are
that
the
challenge
pro.
like twice by not really knowing what to do off the final trick and like trying to turn and get on a different rail or trying to do something stupid and messing up.
Did you
Doing
fail at
stupid
trying to do
things
something
happen.
dumb, or was it just stupid?
This guy's cooking up something stupid behind the scoop.
What?
Reminds me of Tony Hawk's Project 8.
Oh,
Oh, here comes the Millie.
Yeah, the Millie. So yeah,
Millicent
it
was
gives you
the
all
first
of
level.
Mount Bowler, and of course, this is where we're really going to put flip grinding into perspective, and you're going to see just how, again, you really need to flip grind quickly to get the most out of it, before you start really losing your balance, and it's pretty hard to do it fast enough to do it a bunch. I have no idea how you would get 1,000,000 points without cheesing it like this. Maybe if you were, like, perfect off of every jump and really, got a ton of points, but the only way I've passed this is to get a massive, like, over 500,000 point combo right at the start.
that was rad, and I don't even think that was cheesing it.
I mean, to an extent, it wasn't. I mean, they put you there at the power line for a reason. I don't
Yeah.
think they intended you to flip jump it, but you didn't flip jump it in your original.
I'm not,
Let's Play either.
but I'm just saying that I don't think the flip jump is necessarily, even if it's unintentional, I don't think it's like a bug or I don't think of it as an exploit. I think it's just a technical way to play the game. It's just
Yeah, and
So,
also
have you
they
the
found
give
a
you,
execution.
mechanic?
It's basically an emergent mechanic.
Have
and
we
they give
found our
you
speedrun mechanic.
they give you
Maybe.
so many fucking power lines. I'm pretty sure they're expecting you to really utilize them to its full extent.
Oh, of course, no
I mean,
question.
I think that sounds like that does sound like a speedrun mechanic.
Yeah.
Get on it, everyone.
Yeah, I don't know
Get on.
exactly how this is the beginning of a whole thing, but
Well,
This is going to
it
be the next
definitely
big
made,
speed game.
The Legend Challenge a lot easier. Because again, you could do something to get at least like 600k right off the start, and if you fail that, to just restart really early on rather than, again, tricking at every opportunity and maybe sweating out like 900,000 points by a certain point, by a certain area where you're like, shit, I just don't know if I can get enough. Whereas with that one, and then with me getting back on the gondola wires, as you saw later down, I got most of it out of the way. All right, now here's time for another photo shoot, and again, probably the hardest challenge, or like second hardest if you think Millicent 1's is the hardest, because like at least with Millicent 1's, you had to do some crazy stuff, but it was really kind of mostly on rails, where once you were on the rail, you didn't have a problem hitting the next ring.
Yeah,
Here
it was
at
just
New
about holding
Zealand,
on.
you have a lot of big jumps where it's possible to get off your line by just a bit, enough to eventually miss a ring. So you have to do a lot of really precise jumps on terrain that does not work very well for being really precise, and you have to get quite a lot of points as well. I'd say try and get over 100,000 or like close to 100,000 off of these first two jumps, and if you're like really behind, like you barely got any points at all, just restart, because you are not going to want to have to care about your line and also getting a lot of points later on.
There's a lot of micromanaging your movements.
oh my god, that shit looks frustrating as fuck. I would not
Yes.
want to play this at all.
So yeah, I think this is the successful one, but yeah, this was pretty frustrating. No, I didn't get mad, but I did roll my eyes a few times like, oh my god, really?
Did you get mad or did you get glad?
I'm feeling bad. I'm getting mean.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
I've been playing Death Stranding a lot recently. And, oh yeah. Lexi and I
Okay,
have been
that
playing
counted.
Death Stranding a lot. Yeah, that counts, of course.
I know, here, once you get to this point, this is kind of your take a breather point, because I'd say the biggest amount of bullshit is over. You do want to jump early there, because if you jump too late, you don't have the speed to make these rings. But that's kind of your halfway point of afterwards, it's easier to follow and, get the rings. All right, you were playing Death Stranding?
I was just gonna say, after playing Death Stranding for a while, it's really like when I'm walking and carrying stuff, I think about how my feet press into the ground and how how I'm carrying stuff and how my balance is and stuff. And it's like, I wish I could do that for snowboarding. And then I'm like, I could snowboard,
Yeah?
but I'm never going to.
We just don't live in a real snowboarding kind of place.
I mean, I'm in California now. I could go to a snowboarding place.
You could be a snowboardsman?
Yeah, I mean, I'm near enough to mountains that I could go snowboarding if I wanted to.
But wait,
You don't
aren't
wanna-
you the
I don't know
pro?
about this time of year. Maybe.
Yeah.
But Blind Tester, aren't you the pro when it comes to these challenges? You literally admitted
I
it.
am the pro. I'm the person who I'm the legend that these challenges are like asking the opinion of.
I mean,
But
no
you
one
never
said the legend
snowboard.
got paid.
No one said the legend got paid. No one said the legend was even good. I've just got like a reputation of being a
That's
legend,
true.
and I have high demands for what you need to do.
Wait, are we defining what a legend is right now? Because I think we should keep that in mind for later as
Do
well.
we need to define what a legend is?
The legend never dies.
Well,
Maybe.
the reason I was thinking about Death Stranding is because on the screen it said legend, and then in the corner it also said legend. And I feel like before I played Death Stranding, I would have clowned on that a little bit. But in Death Stranding, on the highest difficulty, the highest rank you can get is LLL for Legend of Legends.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. So like on the hard difficulty, you get legend. On the easier difficulties, it goes up to S rank, and then if you get an S rank on a harder difficulty, it becomes an L rank, and then LL, and then LLL.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
Real quick, so Turo, have you beaten any of these?
Or have I beaten any of these? I actually...
I thought it would
I
be a
think
yes
I
or
have.
no. I want to
I
talk
think
about
I
the
have.
mountain.
Turo's
All right.
never played any video game.
All right.
Nope.
So here's another photo shoot. I don't actually think this one is that bad, or at least I didn't think it was that bad until suddenly, when I was recording, I could not get this first jump. Like, this one asks you for a very specific amount of, distance and jump. And if you remember, I showed my board points where I could have definitely put more back into big air, or put more into spin flip, or put more into balance. So take of that as, that
advice.
there could be more room or whatever to get going. But like with this one, I'm going to point out something pretty specific once I actually make it
Make the
here,
line.
I think. Because pretty much once I got on that tree branch and did the tree-to-tree jump, I got it first try, which some people seem to really have a problem with. But after this tree-to-tree branch, just jump forward. Jump forward into the tree, and it will knock you to the perpendicular branch there.
Oh.
I think I've never I don't want to even try to like get off balance fast enough to jump from one to the other. No, just jump directly into the tree and have the
And
tree
just
itself
bump it, and it'll
Yeah, just
knock
let the game
you
lead
sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonk it. Twist it, pull it.
yeah.
All right, we're at 99% with just one more legend challenge for Laax full.
Imagine
totally
this last one, you have to
completed.
kill the legend.
Everything else, yeah.
Which we've established is you.
Yeah. Well, imagine like you just have to chase him down at the ski lodge and just like.
No, chase
put him in a
you.
knife.
kill.
Chase you down.
Yeah.
I
Chase,
know
you
you're
do.
are the
gonna
legend.
unmask him and it's me, but
He's
like.
about to scan your ass.
Spoiler alert!
All right, it's another high score, and it's a snow skate one, and it starts you right at the top. And I guess I could find some gondola wires, and actually, I don't know if on a snow skate you could do the flip grinding, because if you flip too fast without grabbing, you fall off. But it gives you some pretty decent opportunities for a whole lot of points up here at the start. So like over here, I'm going to do like a grind line. Yeah, this time I'm going to show the full like legend run as well.
Hell yeah.
And then like you get less air off snow skates, so I don't think you'll be able to jump and grind, land in a grind on the left side of the half pipe, but you can still get a pretty good air trick, and then treat the half pipe as one long grind line.
Like some kind of gondola wire.
Yeah. Except again, probably without this flip grinding. And basically, you can get yourself, again, a whole bunch of points early so you're not sweating later on. Like, oh shit, I'm running out of time and I still have 300,000 to go.
That's my secret, though. I'm always sweating.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I go on walks and I just start sweating.
I actually
walking
take
in between classes,
a
I
wax
just-
bath
yeah.
in the morning. I take a wax bath, full body bath, in the morning to seal my pores, so I don't have any sweat or moisture throughout the day.
I don't think that's good.
I think that's how you get pimples.
Well, no, actually, then at the midway point of the day, I have all my pores cleansed. We have a vacuum, a wax vacuum that basically it's like suction cups onto my skin and travels around my body and sucks my skin completely free of all impurities, including the wax, and then I get a new mold of wax.
I soak in the
Is this
sun.
legal? Are you allowed
Huh?
to do this?
What do you mean? My body, my choice.
I guess as long... Do you trust this thing? Like, is it
Trust what thing?
quality design?
I get the wax out of a
waxer?
van.
All right.
What kind of van?
I found the van in the parking lot.
Oh no.
It's not even you're not buying it from someone in the van. You get it from the van.
No, there's boxes of wax in there.
Oh, what do you plan to
you
do when you run out of wax?
I haven't
Get
thought
more
that far.
wax.
Okay, so you stole a van full of wax.
No, the van was sitting there. The back door of the van was open, and there were boxes of wax in the van. And so I took one home, and I asked my wife, "Can I do this?" And she said no, and I said okay. And then I did
did
it
anyway.
anyway. And,
Yeah.
yeah. And then here we are. I started going through wax box after box. I don't know how many boxes are.
Got
Okay,
like
so
a
you didn't take
wax
just one
sculpture.
box. You took all the boxes.
I've gone back for more.
Oh, okay. It's still there. No one is. The
No
owner
one's
of
moved
the
the
door still
van.
open?
No one has moved the van. This has been a couple days.
Oh, it's been a couple days.
I've been doing this,
like.
yeah.
I thought this was like you've been doing this for months.
No, just like the last couple days.
Hey, you're a legend now.
You are a legend now.
You are a
And that
legend.
means that we get the ultimate cutscene of becoming a legend.
You're the legend now, dog.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
is this Skinamarink? Oh. Is this
And then-
the Matrix?
This is them defining what it means to be a legend.
More by me than by tradition.
Yeah. And then
Why-
some cool night riding.
Do we need to contrast
Yes.
media versus tradition? I don't know if that really makes sense.
I mean, media is a major theme of this game.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like media is a major theme of this game, but like, it's not in contrast to other ways to become a legend, I feel.
Not according to amps.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 21st century kind of problem.
You either are a media legend or you're not, and there's no fucking way you're both.
Right. It's
who
like
cares
a
about
new
tradition?
money versus old money kind of thing. New
Yeah.
legend versus old legend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think the legends of old, like, they didn't have media to do that? They got by on pure skill or whatever.
Strive to
Yeah.
to follow their path.
Also, I like how this is just on your C drive,
of a legend
or whoever this is like it's just on their C drive.
someone
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
From
They just have a file there.
Yeah, from Terminal it prints this.
What makes a snowboarder a legend?
So yeah, I guess they asked all of the pros when they were interviewing them, you know, what makes someone a legend? And then all the pros gave an answer, and so you get that.
Just the statement.
Yeah,
That
and
is pretty
if you
cool.
if you want to hear them talking about us talking over it, I mean the original video still exists. You allowed the pros to be heard in that.
Yeah,
beat the
you
game
might have
yourself,
noticed that
freeloader.
even though this cutscene also really lags and frame stutters on Zemu, or at least did for me. But luckily, years ago, I streamed, you know, just every video back to back to back, playing off of an original Xbox, and I didn't talk over it, so I can credit myself for this
Hell
footage.
yeah.
Legend to
Game
me is
you-
archival
somebody
footage.
who
Did you license
provided
this?
free of charge
is well
by
respected
Insetic
everybody,
47.
Did you license it?
had a great
By
legacy,
Ins motherfucking
and everybody
Etic
knew who they were
47.
and what they did
Oh, okay.
for snowboarding or whatever.
or whatever.
Or
whatever.
Kind of started jibbing back up.
Yeah.
Took it.
Oh, he's zoning out. The drugs have hit.
But yeah, I guess to you all in the comments, have you hit 100%? Have you become a legend? Because again,
What is your definition of a legend?
Change the way that you do things.
I want to hear that in the comments
That's
as
kind
well.
of what a legend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you were asking instead.
and I'm like, bro, don't put this on me. I don't have a definition.
I
I'm
mean,
a STEM major.
He is the
if you
definition.
come up with a definition, feel free to throw it in the comments.
To me, a legend is someone who 100% completes AMP2 for the original Xbox.
To me, a legend is somebody who gets an S rank in Death Stranding, but only on like the hard mode, not very hard or super hard or whatever the fuck.
To me, a legend is the foot.
Congratulations.
Yeah, a leg end is the end of your leg. It's your foot.
I am leg.
I am leg.
Now,
Can you put that on the screen, Lil? Sorry, I was about to call you Lil Z.
I'll see if I still have it.
Okay, yeah, if I find it, I'll.
Legend.
Legend.
Yeah.
It's gonna do the credits again, right?
No, I don't think it does. Or
Finger
maybe it
on
does,
the
like,
trigger.
when you actually do it, but again,
You skipped it.
I skipped it.
I like how even
Because-
after the credits, it's still doing the motif of the blurry ass legend.
Yeah. He really wants you to know.
Copyright Microsoft Corporation. All right,
All
what have we
right,
learned
and-
today? What we've learned today is everyone play NHL Rivals 2004 for the original.
That's
Xbox.
what we learned.
Yeah,
What
it was
we
it was made
learned.
by the same people, so that means it's also
Oh.
good. That's
All we
learned.
learned is that we are
Paul
leg.
Schnurr. Yeah, I am leg, and
I'm just showing that, yeah, once you unlock it, you can watch it at any time.
In case you want to show your friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just how
Hey
cool you
man,
are.
you want to come over? I finally became a legend in Amped 2.
Actually,
Hey,
can I borrow your save file so I can do that with my friends and they'll finally think I'm cool?
Hey, bro,
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to
Think
see this?
they're
I
gonna
became
come
leg.
back?
Yeah,
You really think they're gonna come back?
yeah.
No.
I mean, it's
I
a
mean, okay.
monumental achievement.
A monument to all your sins.
Yeah. A monument to all your shins, because I'm a leg.
Oh, all two
Oh.
of them.
And it all comes full ankle. That didn't work. Sorry.
Alright,
Now I know
well,
the rest of the story.
Full
there's
heel.
gonna be a bonus video, of course, showing off,
Yes.
the cheat codes, the secret characters, some, glitches and kind of fun
Pedal to the
stuff.
metal.
What?
Sorry, I'm still trying to think of how to make it work. Never mind.
Okay. Well, yeah, so stick around for, a bonus video or two, maybe. Maybe there's something really special to show off with this
Porn?
game that I'm keeping a surprise.
Is it
But yeah.
nudes?
No, it's not
Dang
nudes.
it. Okay, shit. Okay.
But yeah, join us for some bonus video stuff next time on Amped 2.